So good evening, dear students. Today I am here with a topic. I am covering today is that introduction to trigonometry. So today's topic is very one of the difficult topic which I came to know from the students. Okay, but this is not that much difficult if you understand one set. Okay, so let us write down what is the topic. The topic is trigonometry. Okay, it is first of all the Greek word. Tri means three. Understand this. This is the Greek word. Tri means three. Okay. Gon means sides. Metry means measure. Okay. So this is the meaning of the Greek word trigonometry. Tri means three. Okay. Gon means sides. Metry means measurement. So measuring the three sides of a whatever the right angle triangle. And it is mostly right angle triangle. In a triangle, right angle triangle. So in this chapter, what we are learning, that is important. So we will cover total three topics majorly. First is that what is trigonometry and why do we have to study trigonometry? First, we should understand this. The second is what are the ratios of trigonometry? Third, what are the identities of trigonometry? These three things we will cover. The first topic is what is trigonometry. Okay, so first we have to understand what is trigonometry. Trigonometry is nothing but the study of sides and angles of right angle triangle. Okay, so we will draw right angle triangle. This is 90 degree. Okay, A, B, C. Suppose this side is A, this side is B, this side is C, and with some angle theta. This is the Greek word for angle. For angle, they call it theta. It is a Greek word. Okay. So measuring this side A or B or C and the relationship between sides and angles of a right angle triangle. This is called trigonometry. So I will write it down. A study of angles and sides of right angle triangle. Okay, this is actually the measurement of right angle triangle, sides and angles of a right angle triangle. So this is the meaning of trigonometry and the reason why we have to study trigonometry. Okay, reason, there should be a reason actually. Okay, so first reason I can give is that you can measure the height of a Burj Khalifa, any building, you can measure the height of this one. So first is that without physical measurement of any building, you can measure the height of the building with the help of angle. So height of Burj Khalifa can be measured with the help of trigonometry. Second, if you are standing, you are watching an aeroplane flying over you, you can measure the distance of the aeroplane with the help of trigonometry. So can be measured. Third, suppose you are standing in a tower, okay, and you watch ship is going from one place to another place in an ocean. You can measure the distance of the ship from your place in the tower, okay. So from tower you can measure the distance, the distance of the ship. Or any vehicle which are traveling on the road, okay, or from some heighted building you can measure the distance of the ship or vehicle. So this is why we have to study trigonometry. Even there are several other applications are there, okay. So it is in the next chapter, application of trigonometry. I'll teach you what are those applications, okay. So first of all, you should understand what is trigonometry. So trigonometry is nothing but the study of angle and side of a right angle triangle. Actually the measurement, okay, measurement of the side of A, B and C. And if you come, okay, if you understand, okay, you are standing in front of any building which is very very tall, you cannot measure it by physically, okay, you cannot go up and down measuring with the tape and all. So it is very difficult. But with the help of some sort of angles, some acute angle, you can measure the height of this right angle triangle, height of the building, okay. So this, we come to the understanding of what is trigonometry, and secondly, why trigonometry. So did you get some points why we have to study trigonometry and importance of trigonometry, okay. So this is the first question which I wanted you to understand. So I hope you got something good. Now we are moving towards the second part of this important chapter, okay. The second part is that what are the ratios, how one can measure the height of a right angled triangle or any kind of building, okay. So before trigonometric ratios, the second question, what are the metric ratios, okay. So before going to the trigonometric ratios, I'll come to know with one more topic, okay. It is a theorem which is much more important actually. When we are talking about right angle triangle, this theorem is very very important, okay. The theorem name is C. So theta is 90 degrees. BC, right? Okay. So one theorem is very very important. That theorem is called Pythagoras. Okay, we introduced one theorem. It is called Pythagoras theorem. What is it actually? This side is called hypotenuse. This side is called opposite. So the theta, okay, opposite. This side is called either base or adjacent. Okay, we will call it adjacent or base or height. This opposite side is nothing but a height of a right angle triangle. So we are calling it as opposite adjacent. Fine. So what is this theorem? It is nothing but the square of hypotenuse is equal to the other two sides. Is nothing but it is the square of other two sides, addition of other two sides. This is the theorem. Hypotenuse square is equal to opposite square plus adjacent square. So this is nothing but the Pythagoras theorem. That means that c square is equal to a square plus b square. This is very simple theorem. Whenever you are dealing with right angle triangle, you should know hypotenuse square is equal to the opposite square plus adjacent square. Okay. This is Pythagoras theorem. So I hope you got little bit of this Pythagoras theorem. Okay, when you practice some questions regarding this, you will definitely come to know. For example, okay, regarding the question, you try this one. Okay, very simple. Understand this. This is a right angle triangle. Okay, which has 90 degree and which has some angle theta. A, B, and C. Suppose this is 3 centimeter. This is 4 centimeter. What will be the this side? Okay, by using Pythagoras, determine the answer. Okay, this is 3 centimeter. This is 4 centimeter. So we will try. Okay, so what does the Pythagoras says? Okay, this is suppose x. So this is very important. This is very important. Hypotenuse side, that is nothing but x square, which is equal to 3 square opposite square plus adjacent 4 square. Okay, which is equal to 3 square is nothing but 9 plus 4 square is nothing but 16, which is after adding what it comes 25. Okay, so what will be x? Under root of 25, correct? So it is nothing but 5. So this side will be the 5 centimeter. Okay, this is the way we have to do Pythagoras theorem. Okay, it will be much more helpful later on when I will teach you trigonometric ratio. So let's don't waste time much more right now. Trigonometric ratio is very important topic. You should understand. Okay, I hope you got something about the Pythagoras theorem with an example. So let's start. What are trigonometric ratios? There are 6 trigonometric ratios. Okay, first, sine. Let us understand what is sine. This is 90 degrees. This is theta. Let us assume A, B, name it C. This side is called A, this side is called B, this side is called C. Okay, this is opposite side, this is adjacent side, and this is hypotenuse. Okay, so sine is the ratio between, it is the ratio. Okay, the word trigonometric ratio, it is the ratio of two things, opposite upon hypotenuse. Okay, I am writing in short because board is very short. Okay, which is equal to A by B, A by C. Okay, this is the first ratio. Understand? Opposite upon hypotenuse. Okay, second, cosine, which we write cos. Okay, we are writing with reference to this theta. So I will write sin theta, cos theta. With reference to this angle, this will be opposite. If the angle changes, okay, alpha. If you are taking as a sin alpha, then opposite will be this. You should understand. Where this theta will be there, that opposite side is called the height. Okay, and adjacent to that is called base, and the longer side is called hypotenuse. So cos theta is nothing but adjacent upon hypotenuse, which is equal to B by C. So it is very simple. First, opposite upon hypotenuse. Second, adjacent upon hypotenuse. Third, tangent. Okay, what we write is as tan theta. It is nothing but opposite upon adjacent, which is equal to A by. So there will be cotangent also for this chord. Cotangent. which is equal to what we write cot theta in short. Okay, just opposite. Okay, just turn this one. This will be above, that will be below. Okay, adjacent upon opposite. This is equal to B by B. So how many right now? 1, 2, 3, 4. Fifth will be there. Okay. Fifth is nothing but cosecant. Okay. Secant, cosecant. 6 will be secant. Which we write cosec theta, which is nothing but hypotenuse upon opposite, which is equal to C by A. Hypotenuse upon opposite, C by A. And this is just another last ratio, which is nothing but hypotenuse upon adjacent, which is equal to, we write for this, we write as sec theta. Okay, and later on I will write it down. Okay, C by B. So this is the basic ratios, 6 important ratios. Sin theta opposite upon hypotenuse, A by C. Okay, here in the figure opposite upon hypotenuse, A by C. Second is cosine, cos theta, adjacent upon hypotenuse, B by C. Third is tangent, tan theta, opposite upon adjacent, A by B, A by B, opposite upon adjacent. Cotangent, cot theta, adjacent upon opposite, B by A. Cosecant, cosec theta, hypotenuse upon opposite, C by A. And the last one is secant, sec theta, hypotenuse upon adjacent, C by A. These are the basic ratios we have to understand and you have to study. So I hope you got something about the hypotenuse when you practice this, because mathematics is just like, it's not just like a storytelling or something like if you understand it for the first time, then later on if you don't practice it, definitely forget. So my work is that to give you minimum knowledge by which you understand. And then if when you go home, when you study this one at your dormitories or at your places, so you will understand what is this. Okay, sir was telling like that, this, that. Okay, so you will come to know.